Hello and welcome. It's a good day to be on the farm. This is episode 4 of whatever my channel is called, Erlengrat Flour Mill. Episode 4. There we go. Got it. Nailed it. Anyway, um, I did just finish all the baling. We will go look at that here in a second. Pop down to the store and I forgot to hit record before I ended up buying this low load trailer for 15,000. This is what we're going to use to haul our pallets of flour back to the barn for storage and then eventually to sell them. I needed this trailer because it has these tension straps on it, where this trailer that we bought for the bales is an auto loader but doesn't have any tension straps, so I can't actually strap the goods down on this, which means that we wouldn't be able to safely transport them across town to wherever we need to deliver them. And also, I can't remember exactly when, but I did buy these pallet forks and front loader arms for the tractor as well. So just wanted to make sure you guys knew all that. And I did call the dealership and they brought back that rented harvester and that header as well. So those have been turned in. So let's go ahead and first of all grab the tractor here, and we're going to leave the low loader for a second because we'll load up the flour pallets at the end of the day. But I want to go look at those bales because that was something that we've been working on for most of today. I want to make sure we get that taken care of. So excuse me. So we're going to pull this out and head back to the fields. I ended up actually baling both fields, the silage bales from the grass field as well as the straw bales from the wheat field, and I believe we got upwards of 70 bales. We'll take a look when we get there. But when I was driving by our flour mill up here on the left, I noticed that it was full of pallets, and that's why I decided to buy that low loader so we could get some of those pallets moved so that production continue throughout the night and in tomorrow. So you can look over there. Look, we've got 6 pallets of flour ready to be loaded and moved. So we're going to do that here as well. But first, here is that field. Just look at all those bales. I mean, all the ones in the black wrap are our silage, and all in the field past that are all the straw bales as well. Like I said, I think it's 70 some, but we'll check here in the statistics. It looks like we got 72 bales off the field. I actually did exit the game and come back in. That's why it says it in total, not in session. I believe 43 of these are actually silage, so we're gonna operate this, and so it is an auto loader, so that's why it just popped right on there. So we should get, I think this holds 24, so we should get 2 full loads pretty much. Our second one might be a little shy, but we're just going to drive around and grab up all of these silage bales to get them off the field. I was hoping to get this grass rolled today too, but I don't think it's going to happen, which is fine. Like I said, we got plenty of bales off of here already. I'll zoom out so you can see the back of the truck as we're loading these up. 1, 2. And this tractor is doing pretty well with the weight. It is getting a little heavier as we get loaded. So you can see it just turns a little bit more sluggish than it did when we started, which is fine. That makes sense. It's pretty realistic. As realistic as an auto loader trailer can be as you're driving around picking up bales. We're going to get this and this. 24. So we switch it to transporting position. That locks them all in place. And let's go find a nice, neat place to drop these bales over here. Oh, and real quick, we did get that sorghum off that field as we talked about. This is my Brantner trailer that you guys saw me buy. It is full of sorghum, 18,500 liters. And there was extra, so I ended up leasing this Kloss trailer, and so we have an additional 9,374 liters of sorghum as well, plus the wheat that we already have in here, which is 4,060 liters at this point. So once they eat through this wheat, we can dump this sorghum in, and then we'll be able to get rid of this Kloss trailer that we've leased. It was like, I think, 1,200 to lease it initially, and then 200 a night. So hopefully that will only take 2 to 3 months to get through that. So that's only going to be another 600. So I thought that was worth it rather than buying the chicken feed later. So that's where that extra trailer came from. So let's come over here, and we will just drop these bales in the backfield here. No, it's a little uneven. And once you drop them off, they don't actually stay stacked. Ooh, you can do it, tractor. Lean in. There you go. Alright, so let's actually line them up over here. I do want to mow this margin at some point in time, just not yet. So we'll put this over here that we're going to unload bales. And we just sort of slide them over. And then unload the bales here, and it just drops them like that. And like I said, they can't do that on a hill because it would tilt. Alright, but we're going to go back to reset and operating position and grab this next load. And I think we had 40 something, but that was allegedly 24, though it didn't feel like it. Maybe that wasn't 24. Maybe it is going to be 3 loads of silage. It's getting kind of dark. Let's turn on some lights. And around we go. So that's working pretty well. Happy with this turnout from that 14. Yeah, it's 24. But my math wasn't right, because if I said we had 43 silage bales. 24 plus 24 is 48. We shouldn't get 2 loads off of here. And maybe we won't. But it feels like we are going to get 2 full loads. So maybe I just miscounted. 23. Maybe I just thought that we were supposed to have 23 on the second load. And let's just make sure we didn't miss any. None over there. And none over there. Oh, what's that? Pretty sure that's a straw bale. It is. So we're not going to do that. Transport position. Bring this over here, and I actually would like to just unload it right next to this with just enough room for the trailer between the 2 stacks. Actually, let's end to end. That's probably better. Unload bales here. Oh, you can go up and down. I did not realize. Well, then I shouldn't drop them from as high an angle, and we'll drive back over here. So that is all of those off the field in a nice stack. Let's get this straw out of here too. And I don't know, I'd have to do the math on 47 silage bales versus 72 total bales to see how many straw we'd have done, but I'm going to guess it's a load and a half. And we'll find out. Oh look, they limed that field after we sold it back to them. Good for them. Alright, we're going to duck through here, grab these couple of bales, and see what we can do. Also, when we go back over there, I'll point something out I noticed about the bales. Well, I'll tell you now, I guess. and then we can look at it together here in a second. The silage bales are 3,500 liters, I believe, but the straw bales actually are 5,000 liters each. And I thought that was a little weird that bales of different sizes, but it's actually weight, I'm thinking, that because the grass and the silage has moisture, it's heavier, so even though the size is the same, the weight is different, because straw is just lighter. So I think that must be the reason, but I always thought liter was a measurement of volume, which doesn't make sense to me, because shouldn't it be weight if it weighs more, but it's the same size? So maybe I'm just a little bit confused. Somebody can clear that up for me in the chat. But I was just thinking about that as I was working through. So now we have this overhang, this awning, off of our barn. I think this would be a great place to keep the straw dry. So we're going to unload the bales here. But I want them off the field. I don't think that's going to be off the field. I think I was not close enough to the building for that, because we're just on the grass a little bit, which I don't like, but we'll fix that later, I guess, because we're running out of daylight, and I wanted to make sure we get some of those flour pallets put on that low loader before we skip to October. Are we really coming all the way out here just for this one straw bale? I don't have bale spikes, I just have this pallet fork, but maybe we should... Whoops. Sorry, trying to get my controls right. There we go. Can I get under it? Nope. Okay. Well, we've got this. We'll just grab it like that. And then we'll just loop around the outside of the field to make sure we didn't miss any. So we need to plow this field, and that's going to have to be a job for October. And then we're going to have to cultivate or whatever else as well. Can't believe we have one extra bale of straw that we couldn't put somewhere. Put that on transporting position so we don't accidentally grab any of these bales when we're over here. And we're just going to detach. Oops, I detached the loading arms, which is not what I meant to do. I guess let's just back up. Drop the trailer. Then we can pick the arms back up. Zoom in a little bit because we don't need that giant trailer now. And let's go run back real quick and grab that low loading platform and just check on our flour pallets before we roll to the next day. Busy day on the farm, but I'm feeling good about all that baling and all of that collecting that we've just gotten out of the way. So I'm guessing this will be a shorter episode as we roll to the next day here, but did want to make sure you guys got to see us get the pallets from the flour, and also make sure you got to see us getting those bales off of the field. Do love that scenery, that arching bridge in the background. I think it's the train bridge, and obviously the steeple of the church there. Oops, that's what you get for looking at the scenery and not watching the road. Taking out their light poles. Alright, we're gonna duck in here and grab the last piece of supplies that we have from the shop, which is this platform right here. And we're putting a lot of hours on this tractor, but I think that's just what you got to do. Like, when you only have one tractor on your farm, it gets to do everything. So, pedestrian. Excuse me, buddy. Oh, pardon me. Oh, he clipped my trailer. That's not great. This thing's brand new, or was, until I got hit by some traffic on the first time I pulled out from the shop. It's starting to get dark earlier as we get a little bit into the fall. September here. It's only 5:13, but long shadows in a lot of places. Alright, so here are our flour pallets. You guys get to watch me attempt to unload these with these pallet forks. So it's going to be a little jerky on the eyes, but the only way I can tell how far down I am is kind of from this side view, like so. Okay, got one. Oh, and look, it refilled the one that I just took. So there must be some extra pallets ready to go. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this one here. And I moved that one there, but that's okay. And as we put this on here, what just happened? That is not supposed to happen. I don't know what happened. Come on, you can stand up. So sometimes with the pallet forks, things can get a little weird, apparently. And I just hit that curb and my tractor just fell right over. I mean, worst case scenario, I can reset this at the... That was unnecessary. Oh, look, and it refilled the one that we have down there. This is why I think I might get a forklift and leave it down here. I find the forklifts are a little bit easier to use, though their movements are a little bit more jerky. They don't do that, and to be honest, I've never had a tractor do that just like that before. I don't know if it was the curb that set me off. Maybe we need to find a different spot to unload these, or if it was something with the forks, or if it was just a fluke. So we're just going to push that over a little bit, then bring this on here, then lift these up, and push that back like so. Check our work. We got 2 pallets on here. We're going to strap those in so they don't move anymore on me. Alright. Well, we're going to go ahead and get this loaded. I am not going to make you watch me load this, so I'm going to cut the video here and we'll jump back in a little bit if we can to show you once I've got all these loaded. Hopefully it's not 10 o'clock at night. Alright, thanks guys. Thanks for watching, and thumbs up are always appreciated. Catch you in a minute. Alright, I'm back and with a quick update. So as you can see, there are still 6 pallets here, and I have loaded 9 onto the trailer, mostly pretty straight. This front stack worked pretty well. This middle stack worked close. This back stack, I kind of left a gap in between, and of course that one fell in. Of course they're all strapped on. You can see all those tension straps, which is why we need this. But they just keep popping pallets out of here. So I looked at our production chain, and we still have 4,000 liters storing, which is another 4 pallets. So I can still pull 4 more off and have them refilled. But that just kind of struck me as I can store a lot and not have to take them right now. And when you look at the price for flour, it's $9.88 right now, but we are in September, which is just coming off that low in August. We really need to hang on to these till December or January to get the best profit. If we can get anywhere near 1200 for pallet, that would be amazing. So that's one consideration. But now that I realize I can actually just store them in here, we didn't actually need to unload anything tonight unless we wanted to take them to the bakery. So, number one, let's take this back to our plot of land. I just want to take a look at it real quick and just maybe price out that bakery. I'm not sure that I was ready to get the bakery yet, but we can let that flour keep storing up. We don't technically need it until December or January for a profit, and that's only if we're not going to use it in the bakery. Man, it got dark quick. So we're running in between fields 14 and 15 here. We did get 15 cleared off, but we did not get it rolled today, which is unfortunate. Meaning we're probably not going to roll it between this grass cutting, which means we're going to lose 50% of that fertilization. But we're still going to be able to get a lot of free bales off of that, so probably worth it still. Originally, my plan was to unload all of these pallets of flour inside the barn here, but I don't think that I want to do that because it was kind of a pain to get them on here, and then I would just have to load them back on here to move them. Let's get our flashlight. So I was going to start stacking them in the back wall here, but I don't think that's necessary. I think it might be better to build our bakery, and of course a bakery is going to cost more than the 57,000 that we have, but we only have 57,000 because what is this? All of our silage bales. We only have the 57,000 because we never sold that sorghum field. So let's take a look at our map. And field 20 is technically ours right now, but we only wanted the sorghum off of that, so we can sell that for 137,300, which we will do right now. And now we have 195.55. And the other thing that I noticed was looking at the prices. Eggs, which we're also now producing because of that whole sorghum field 20 fiasco, are going to peak in November when our flour isn't going to peak till January. So it might be wise for us to clear off our trailer so that we can hold eggs here in November. So with that, we're going to take a look at that bakery and just see if we think it's worth it or not. I don't know if it is. I wasn't planning on doing a lot of these things yet, but I think it might be. Oh, that's just me with my flashlight. I really should have parked the truck over here. But let's just go to production, factories, bakery is only 50,000. Collides with player, overlaps an object. If we leave it way over here, it seems to be relatively level with the edge of the field. We can drop this. It seems pretty flat. Right here is a 5,007, so it's not moving a whole lot of dirt. This is going to let us, yeah, it's only 50,000. Let's do it. So now we've got a bakery. Let's just walk around and see. This will allow us to make bread for flour and cake for a whole lot of things. Flour, sugar, something, eggs, milk, and strawberries? I don't know. That's going to take a while. But for now we can make some bread. So let's just maybe load the flour in and just start working on the bread. That will get all of that flour that we loaded up. This is not a great spot for our silage bales now, but we'll figure it out. So let's dump all of this flour that we have here into our bakery, like so. I should just start taking it off. Yep, look at that. Just unloading all that flour. We can unfasten all those tension belts. Now if we go back to our production, we've got 8,933 in flour and 3 things of bread. So this is going to allow us to make some bread overnight too. So I think that's a better use. It leaves our low loader available for all these eggs once we start getting eggs. So I think we can actually just leave that flour stored where it is and put all our eggs on this. And kind of go from there. So that's going to do it for this video. I'm just going to park this up here in the shed, like so. Leave some lights on for me. I'm going to come out here. So I'm going to leave that. This should be the end of the episode, if I can technically edit these two separate videos together. If not, it'll be a 4 and a 4.5. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up. That'd be great. If you want to subscribe to get more content like this, I'm going to keep trying to make them. And have a great night.